buenas noches. Recuerden que era una pelea limpia, protéjase todo el tiempo. Que gane el mejor, choque fuerte, vamos.
So we are ready to go with our co-feature here between Ashleyann Lozada and Melissa Oddessa Parker. The 2-0 Ashleyann Lozada, who we saw last time out, just blowing out Carmen Vargas on Hall of Fame weekend in June. A real shocker against someone as durable as Carmen Vargas. I don't think anyone expected that result. Melissa Oddessa Parker, as we mentioned, coming off another kind of heartbreaking decision for her against Hannah Rapp in a bid for the NABF title in your hometown of Houston. Nice check hook there from Lozada a moment ago as Parker tries to come over the top with a right hook of her own.
Parker told me in the fighter meetings that the jab is going to be the key to her winning this fight, and Ashleyann Lozada said angles was going to be the key for her to win. So be on the lookout for that. So far, great exchanges by both fighters going back and forth.
Excellent hand speed on either side of this matchup. I mentioned the amateur credentials of both. Lozada, the Olympian, Oddessa Parker, national amateur champion, who mixed it up with all the great American names of that generation, from Michaela Mayer to Marlon Esparza. At 39 years of age, still hoping to make a run at a world title, and looking fresh here in the early going. Wicked right hook there from Parker.
Yeah, good counter hook there, caught Ashley.
Oh, and down goes Lozada. That was a slip.
Yeah, with the jab to the body.
And you see the mockery there from Melissa Oddessa Parker. That's the kind of energy she brings to the ring. It's going to be a nasty night all night long. And look at that right hook from Oddessa Parker.
Yeah, keeps landing. She's measuring that hook.
Big left hand over the top from Parker as well, but back comes Lozada. The action heating up immediately here in round one. And the referee, I think, mistook the 10-second clap for the end of the round. And the fighters, I think, will kind of just agree to ride this one out. A very awkward ending, there for round one.
I think it was the 10-second mark, right?
It was, exactly.
That was a good round for Parker.
All right, Raul, let's take a look back at this. Is this a slip or a knockdown?
Okay, it could have been a knockdown with it. Hey, that's a knockdown, slip, push.
Could be any of those things.
It depends on how you know, hey. You see both fighters going toe-to-toe. I felt like Parker got the best of Ashleyann in that round. Landed left hand and the counter right hook. I think Ashleyann is making a mistake, a big mistake, by trading with Parker. She needs to box her, use angles, and use her speed. Parker is very focused. I'm telling you, she's like I said at the beginning, she's a rugged, experienced fighter that got in shape for this fight. She really wants it, Corey. She wants to try to pull off the upset, and that was a good round for her. That was a very good round for Parker.
Yeah, and Parker has been extremely active in the Team Combat League as well. So even though you look at her box rack, she hasn't had a fight since March against Hannah Rapp. She's been in there with good opposition again and again in a one-round format, but still having to stay on weight and active.
Yeah, that that Team Combat League, covers some of those fights. I mean, it's as wild as crazy, but it keeps you in shape. It keeps you focused. Like
nice
you said,
right hook again over the top from Parker, but back comes Lozada with a nice left hand over the top. Touted this as a risky assignment for Lozada, and you're seeing exactly why. He's a high-level fighter in Melissa Oddessa Parker.
That was a good jab there by Lozada. She needs more of those jabs, be faster with those jabs. She needs to throw fast, explosive combinations. I think she could be faster with her feet and her hands than Parker. But Parker is very smart. She's
Big left hand
again
over the top from Oddessa Parker.
She keeps timing her, man. She keeps timing her. She's thinking in there. She's being smart.
And these aren't just sharp shots. These are eye-catching shots. They're popping the head back of Ashleyann Lozada. And you see Oddessa Parker just staying in that tight circle too, Raul, not moving too much. She is daring Lozada to trade with her and oftentimes getting there first. Well, the new year begins on DAZN in explosive fashion as Most Valuable Promotions returns right here to Puerto Rico. Headlining, we mentioned her, it's the local star Amanda Serrano, who faces Erica Cruz in a repeat of their iconic 2023 Fight of the Year contender, live here on DAZN on January 3rd.
There's those big shots there. Lozada trying to go hard, but missing those shots. There's that left hand. Lozada landed there, but it was Parker, the one that landed the more clear, harder shots. I mean, that to me, that was another round for Parker.
So this one's scheduled for 8. So again,
This is not an easy fight for Lozada.
and things get important very quickly in an 8-rounder as well, especially in 2-minute rounds. Ashleyann Lozada is going to have to make some adjustments at a rapid rate here.
You got to remember, this is only Lozada's 3rd fight, and he's coming off a 1-round knockout win against Carmen Vargas. So
a little more bounce in the step of Lozada here this round as you see her go to the body of Oddessa Parker, who comes back with some body shots of her own. Big right hook connects there from Parker.
You could hear it. You could hear that counter right hook. She's got to keep her hands up, but she's comfortable when she carries them low. Now she's trying to land some heavy blows and trying to get respect from Parker.
These are dangerous exchanges sometimes too for Lozada, Raul. You can see when she tries to go to the body with that right hook, the left hand of Lozada drifting a little bit, and that's when that right hook from Parker is coming over the top.
Oh, Lozada just landed a nice 1-2, come back with a jab.
Much better rhythm from Lozada here in the 3rd.
Yeah, her speed might be perhaps taking over, but we'll see. Can't sleep on Parker.
Well-timed jab there a moment ago from Parker. Great body shot there from Lozada. A scraping shot on the inside as well. There's that hand speed you referenced, Raul.
Yeah, fast and explosive is the punches you don't see, and I think they're getting to Parker. Watch that right hook. That right hook for Parker still dangerous.
A lot more fluidity this round from Lozada, who's starting to feel it. Good combination from the Olympian. And we've got a heck of a fight here in our co-feature.
We got to fight now, guys. We definitely got to fight. Here we see Lozada's movement, angles. That's what she needs to do. She's in, she's out. Good combination punching that Parker was trying, but it was Lozada that landed more clearer shots. Parker sticks the tongue out, knowing that, Lozada got the best out of her in that last round.
Round 4 underway in our co-feature between Ashleyann Lozada and Melissa Oddessa Parker. This one's scheduled for 8. This one's zipping by not only because of the brevity of the rounds, but because of the tempo this one's being fought at. Both women throwing heavy leather there, both coming up short with left hands.
I feel Lozada's getting back in her groove, getting in her rhythm. She's very elusive there, real loose. Starting to box more and trying to bait Parker in, catching her with the jab and left hands coming in. I feel like, you know, her speed and her footwork is really helping her in this round. That's where Parker needs to keep her there on the ropes and bang the body. But she, you know, Lozada gets back out on the outside and start throwing those jabs and fast combos.
Yeah, it feels, Raul, as though Lozada has found a more appropriate range here. You can see some of these shots falling a little bit short for Oddessa Parker.
Yeah, she's. You can see Lozada's controlling the mid-long range. That fast jab.
Good left hand though from Oddessa Parker. You mentioned it, and another one. And the right hook came behind it. The smile across the face of La Bella Bestia.
There was some hard shots by Parker, and Lozada took them.
Oh, and that left hand from Lozada, I think, might have produced a little bit of blood on the face of Oddessa Parker.
You see Parker on the move and Lozada coming forward. When Lozada gets on that little bounce, you know, on her toes in and out, that's what she's at her best. Does that jab, popping that jab.
That blood spraying across the face of Oddessa Parker, and they'll have a little bit of work to do in her corner right now.
And we see both fighters throwing left hands. Boom. Left hands, right hooks by both fighters, and that was some pretty good shots by Parker. There's the left hand again by Parker and the right hook. And again. But I think it was mostly Lozada that dominated that round. There was some good shots that Parker landed there, but I think Lozada took over in that round.
Terrific fight here between Ashleyann Lozada and Melissa Oddessa Parker. Oddessa Parker trying to get to the body of Lozada once more. Again, this is just an 8-rounder, but this feels like world title caliber boxing that we're watching right now in the women's featherweight division.
Yeah, very, both ladies very smart fighters, technicians, you know, brawlers, you know, students of the game. They showing finesse, showing smartness. It's boxing at its best. You know, women's boxing. You could see it. You got an Olympian like Ashleyann, and only in her 3rd fight, and you got Parker, who's a veteran. He's been in there with world champions, showing her experience. Beautiful fight.
And just a correction there. Obviously, this is a super bantamweight fight, 122. Lozada missing with that left hand. Parker sneaks a shot in there. Smart counter from Oddessa Parker. 39-year-old from Spring, Texas. Remember, Oddessa Parker won, and you know all about this, Raul, the Triple Crown of U.S. amateur boxing. National Golden Gloves, U.S. Senior Nationals, and National PAL. And putting that experience to work right now. Back and forth, go Lozada on Oddessa Parker. We're inside the final 20 seconds of the round.
Both fighters throwing bombs, but Lozada just a little bit more faster, more explosive, and she's landing first. There we see Parker missing with the right hook, and Lozada comes back with a 2 or 3 punch combination.
Round 6 underway in what has been a highly competitive co-main event here between Ashleyann Lozada and Melissa Oddessa Parker. And if Lozada wants to fast track to a world title in the way that she feels she's capable of, this feels like the win that would put her in that kind of position.
Oh, absolutely. This is, you know, what her promoter, Dimitri Salida, Salida Promotions and her team have been waiting for. You know, this is a legitimate test for her, Corey, and it's showing. You know, she's going to learn a lot from this fight. She's doing a great job so far right now. You saw Parker right off the bat in this round come very aggressive with a double jab left hand. She's applying the pressure.
That's something we saw it a moment ago. Things get rough on the inside. We referenced this earlier on in the broadcast. Melissa Oddessa Parker, also a world no-gi jiu-jitsu champion, so she knows how to maneuver her opponent's body on the inside when she gets there.
Yeah, she's a strong fighter. You could tell. Like, I mean, she got herself ready for this fight. Look at her body. We saw her at the weigh-ins, and not only in the fighter meeting, she was super confident, very confident, and it's showing here tonight.
Good right hook there from Lozada. Yeah, throwaway left hand, comes back with the right hook.
The explosiveness of Lozada, it's incredible. It's good punching. You know, the way she throws her combinations. There it goes again. Landed that right hand, left hook, and she's beaten Parker to the punch.
She's starting to fill these gaps from long range, and now forcing Oddessa Parker to take a step back. There's some serious zip on these left hands from Ashleyann Lozada.
Look at her confidence, the way her footwork, and just being elusive in there and fast. Beautiful.
Our main event just moments away. Joshua Pagan and Malik Montgomery. We talked about it off the top. The odds makers in some places have this dead even. We're not just saying this is a 50-50 fight. That is a mathematical fact when it comes to the betting world.
Hey, listen, I kept dissecting this fight. I keep going back and forth. I'm just excited that we're going to cover this fight because I really don't know who's going to win. It's a pick-up fight, like you said. It's hard to choose. We'll see. We'll know very soon. And I can't wait. I'm excited about that fight.
Before we can get to our main event, hey, we've got a co-feature that could be hanging in the balance in these 2 rounds. We're not actively scoring here ringside, but a lot of those early rounds, extremely competitive, a lot of good work that looked a whole lot like this was coming from Melissa Oddessa Parker.
Good work again by Parker, landing that counter right hook and left hand.
You see Melissa Oddessa Parker shaking her head there, maybe looking for a knockdown there. The gloves of Ashleyann Lozada touched the canvas. The referee ruled that was because of Oddessa Parker leaning on her.
Winging that left hand, fast. Talking about Lozada.
Fast start there for Oddessa Parker.
Oh, Parker, look at that double jab. Good combinations to the body, left hand.
Climbing the ladder with that right hand to the body and head. It's a good bounce back round for Melissa Oddessa Parker. One it feels like she needs here, Raul.
Yeah, she does. She does need this round and the next round.
Quick combination there from Oddessa Parker, but that right hand from Lozada was the last word of that exchange. Credit to Lozada. Again, those are the things as you're growing as a professional, Raul, you know, being able to stay in there, eat a shot to land your best shot.
Yeah, you know, the best thing to do is catch and counter. Catch and counter when the way Parker's throwing those shots, you know, she's a little bit slower with her shots. Lozada's faster, so she's got to be able to catch and then counter over the top with the left hand and then right hook. Beautiful shot there by Lozada. Look at that, really sitting.
Work.
Yeah.
And then a left hand sends Oddessa Parker onto her heels momentarily. The opening moments of the round belong to Oddessa Parker, but it's Ashleyann Lozada closing strong here in the 7th.
Might have taken her heart away in that last exchange. Lozada, Parker's heart.
Eighth and final round of what has been an excellent contest here between Ashleyann Lozada and Melissa Oddessa Parker.
4, 5, solid 6, 7, 8. Jazz by Lozada right off the top in that round.
Oddessa
Still
Parker
jabbing.
is trying to jab with her. These are ramrod jabs that are getting there first. There's another one. Beautiful up jab there from Lozada, who brings it downstairs to the body.
I like that up jab that she throws too. Look, she's very comfortable there now. Now she's a little bit of showboating, but that shows that she's confident. The speed, I think the speed, the elusiveness, the angles, the movement is getting to Parker.
And now you're seeing the personality, the attitude of Ashleyann Lozada. Talk about fighters who had to get it out of the mud.
Oh.
Look at that right hook. And the feet of Oddessa Parker stuck in mud momentarily. Oh, big shot. What a reply from Oddessa Parker.
She's landing those big shots. Talking about Parker, but she needs more of those shots. Lozada needs to be careful sometimes when she opens up. That's why she's getting caught with that big left hand that Parker throws. And all it takes is one shot. And Parker landed. She's landing those shots, but not enough. She needs more.
A two-punch combination from Ashleyann Lozada. A woman who once had nowhere to train here in Puerto Rico.
Oh.
Had to train in local parks.
That was some solid shots there. Left hands, right hooks, working the body.
Big right hook there from Lozada. And the woman who once had to run uphill several miles just to finally find a gym that would take her in might have just won an uphill battle here against Melissa Oddessa Parker. That was a terrific fight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, it showed that, you know, the first half of the fight was a close fight, but in the second half she was able to adjust, adapt, make changes, and she took over. Her speed, her movement, her angles, like she said. But you got to give it to Melissa Parker too. She was in it all the way to the end. Here's some of the last round combination, the fast explosiveness, how she's so confident there. Look at that. She's lunging in with a right hook, Gets caught every now and then, but it was more damage done by Lozada in that last round.
The crowd here at San Juan loving the action in our co-feature. We expect plenty more in our main event. And Ashleyann Lozada getting everything she could have asked for out of Melissa Oddessa Parker. Well, Olympic pedigree meets heavyweight power November 1st, live from the Carib Royale in Orlando, as Cuba's 2016 Olympian Lenier Pero steps up to heavyweight to battle knockout artist Jordan Thompson in a 10-round main event slugfest, live here on DAZN. Nervous moments here before the decision can be rendered. Again, some good early rounds, some good moments early for Melissa Oddessa Parker. Certainly looked like Ashleyann Lozada had found her rhythm by the end of the fight, but every moment of that fight was competitive. And as we mentioned, for Lozada looking to fast-track her way to a world title opportunity, couldn't have asked for a better audition here tonight against someone in Melissa Oddessa Parker, who has hung in there with some of the world's very best and made for a tremendous fight here in our co-feature. Hear the chants for Ashleyann Lozada and the respect between she and Melissa Oddessa Parker. And we are now ready to make this one official as we send it back up to Ralph Velez Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 8 rounds of championship action, we go to the judges' scorecards. Judge Torres scores the contest 79-73. Juez Torres 79-73. Judge Colon and Vasquez both scored the contest 80-72. Los jueces Colon y Vasquez lo mismo 80-72. All for your winner by unanimous decision. From Corozal, Puerto Rico, she is now the new WBC Latino champion, la Olímpica Puertorriqueña, Ashleyann La Máquina Lozada.
So Ashleyann Lozada improves to 3-0, a hard-fought battle here against Melissa Oddessa Parker. Not necessarily reflected on those scorecards. You could see Oddessa Parker mouthing the words 80-72, and indeed, it was more competitive than that. Ashleyann Lozada had to earn this one here tonight.